Chapter 2. During the next hour, 2 squad cars patrolled the neighborhood in search of young males matching the description she'd given the 911 operator, while a 3rd patrol unit was dispatched to take her statement and examine the sob. One officer took photos of the damage with the pocket camera. His partner dug the expended round out of the headrest and bagged it as evidence. Shouldn't a forensics team do that? Robin asked. Both cops looked at her as if she'd been watching too many crime dramas on TV. They were in their late 20s, a decade younger than she was, trim and tan with buzz-cut hair and dark glasses. Dr. Cameron, the first cop said, there are 200 or 300 incidents per day in this division. If we brought out the crime scene guys for every violent crime, they'd never get anything done. This isn't just any violent crime, it's attempted murder. Just be glad it was an unsuccessful attempt. You know, it's not worth losing your life to protect your vehicle. I told you I was trying to cooperate, but they didn't give me enough time. I think they were on something, amphetamines or cocaine. Unfortunately, most of the lowlifes around here are high most of the time, so that doesn't exactly narrow it down. If you want my advice, the second cop added, move your office to a better neighborhood. You're in a real bad section here, Doctor. VFW territory. VFW? The cop looked uncomfortable. Never mind. Just an expression. Thing is, you're too close to downtown. Why not move to West LA or the Valley? I need to be near downtown. That's where many of my clients come from. They live downtown. They live in the county jail. The 2 patrolmen exchanged a glance, and then the first one got it. Oh, you're that doctor. Right, the psychiatrist, the one who works with cons. That's me. Did you get an award from the city or something? He seemed impressed. She tried not to show her pride at being recognized. A few months ago, yes, for my work with prisoners. You try to rehabilitate them by putting wires in their heads. Something like that. Huh. His tone changed. Suddenly he was accusatory. Well, let me ask you. You think the 2 jackers who tried to pop you today can be rehabbed? She held her ground. I think anybody can be rehabilitated. Do they deserve to be? Everyone deserves a chance in life. How about their victims? What kind of chance did they get? There would be fewer victims if we could reduce the recidivism rate. The work you do just gives the system an excuse to put these pukes back on the street. In most cases, they're going to be back on the street anyway. The only question is whether they leave prison reformed or more dangerous than before. So, you'd try to reform the gangbangers that tried to clip you today? I would. He shook his head. It'll never work. Some people are just scum. They never change. I hope to prove you wrong. You need to learn more about the bad guys, Doctor. Her voice was low. I already know more than you might think. They told her that a detective would be in touch within 48 hours, more or less, and that she might be asked to look at mugshots of known offenders whose MOs fit the crime. You sure you don't require medical attention? The lead cop asked for a 2nd or 3rd time that morning before climbing back into the squad car. I'm okay. She managed to smile. A stiff drink wouldn't hurt. All right, Doctor. Well, you keep working to make the streets safe your way, and we'll keep doing it our way. Maybe together we can fix things so your morning commute isn't so stressful in the future. The patrol car pulled away, giving a little bloop of its siren as a parting salute. She stared after it, trying not to think about the rampant, random violence in the city. There was crime in Santa Barbara, but not like this. Meg was always saying she wanted to go to public school. No way. Robin went inside the building and wandered through her office suite. Well, suite might be overstating it a little. She had a small waiting room with a pile of magazines that were nearly current, and a second, larger room that served as her office. With an adjoining kitchenette, she had no receptionist or assistant. Voicemail was adequate for handling her routine calls when she couldn't get to a phone. In emergencies, her patients were instructed to call her cell phone number, which was printed on her business cards. She always carried the phone or kept it close. Yes, she'd taken pains to prepare for her patients' emergencies, but she'd given little thought to an emergency of her own. The prospect of dying didn't frighten her unduly. What worried her was what she would leave behind. If she died today, Meg would be alone. Not technically alone. Dan would take her. She'd go back to Santa Barbara, back to the house in the hills where she'd grown up, but Dan was too irresponsible, too wrapped up in himself to take much interest in raising his 15-year-old daughter. Meg would be left to fend for herself, and she wasn't ready for that. She was not as grown up as she liked to think. Robin shook her head, brushing off these thoughts. Nothing had happened to her. There was no reason to worry. She was fine. Meg was fine. Everything was fine.